right, good morning, Bears. Let's get this show rolling. We are cruising, getting ready to start helping some people. Today, we're actually going to dive into a case study of a patient and see if we can solve their problems. It's going to be fantastic. First, let's jump back in and check out Lena's, do a little quick review of what we did yesterday. So if you check out here, you should have at the top of your page, this is all the stuff below that I thought had scrolled up, but I must not have click. So let's scroll on up here. Remember, this is your slideshow. You have all these slides. This is information all over the place. There was our Amplify library where we had our resources. If you have not done that yet, make sure to click that link. A new link will pop up. Click it. You can read the article, learn all about our research on bacteria and microbiomes to get us ready for our student researcher solving problems. So here we go here. There we go. Finally to the top. That was a quick overview of the whole slideshow. So let's look at here. Lena has created a nice title. Fantastic. Says she doesn't know it was animated. Animated is okay. That kind of looks like the Matrix, a computer program or something. Let's go down here. What is the human microbiome? We've studied that. The human microbiome is, according to the internet, the aggregate of all microbiota that reside or within human tissues and biofluids. So she's got her information there. Let's keep going. Important you will read today, microbiome. She has her top slide. Bacteria, very important to our topic today. Most bacteria in the human microbiome won't hurt you. In fact, the opposite is true. Many bacteria do important jobs for the human body. For example, bacteria living in your gut help break down food that your body couldn't digest otherwise. Very important for what we're getting ready to study. Other bacteria help protect your body from infection. Unfortunately, not all bacteria are helpful. Harmful bacteria can invade the human microbiome through cuts, spoiled food, and even the air we breathe. Notice some of those are facts from the article. Let's go down. We have our bacteria definition. Key concepts, 100 trillion microorganisms. Most of these are bacteria. And the human body provides an environment, food, and space for bacteria to survive. So that's a nice little overview of what we've been studying. What we're going to do right now is we're going to break into our groups. Now, some of you, it looks like she wrote hers as an essay. If you'll recall, let's go see if somebody else has done it the other way. It's okay if you did it that way, because you're going to share right now things you've learned about bacteria from the article. Let's take a look at Joseph's microbiome study, bacteria. So he has bacteria. It looks like he got this from the article. That's okay as well. What we really wanted today was 5 entries, separate entries. Let's see if somebody else has it. It's okay if you did not do it perfect, because you can share with that. Let's see here. Dylan needs to get caught up. Ooh, come on, somebody in here. Who's on track? I think Adrian might have been on track. Need somebody to show me what it looks like. So this was okay, here we go. So from yesterday's activity, you read your article, you came in, you moved your slides to the top, remember. Bacteria, questions, you can move up. The microbiome, he has that. Now he's got his CER, he has his pictures, but what was our focus today? Here, it looks like he has it. So this was our focus yesterday from the article, taking cited research quotes. These are copies from the internet, from different places in the article that we read, and placing them here. So it should look pretty much like this. Now, Lena's is fine. Joseph's is fine, because now you're going to go into your breakout rooms and you're just going to share about some of the things you found. I want you to open up your article. So go down to the slide that has it, click library, open up the article. Be looking at the article. You don't need to share your screen, and scroll through the article together and share 3 different findings. Now, if you need to, you can use your slideshow for help, but it's better if you get it from the article. And you just need to read or share 3 different findings. And you have 5 minutes to do this. So you can say hi and visit. Now, if you're watching this at home, share it with your brother or sister, or do it on your own and find those 3 things in the article. So let's take a break. Go to the article. I'm going to put you in your breakout rooms now. We are back. So now we're going to do one of our little daily activities. Remember, this counts for your grade, so be paying attention right now. In the chat, I want you to type as short as you can. You don't need some long sentence. As short as you can, one piece of information that you learned about bacteria. Share it from something you researched, something from the article, or something that you heard from the person in your group that you just shared with. So right now I'm going to give you 1 minute. You have 1 minute to write in that chat room whether or not something you learned about bacteria. Now remember, if you do not enter in that chat room, you do not get counted as your grade. This will show up in the history grade shortly. 1 minute, go. Good job. Now remember, if you're watching this video and you're not in Zoom, you can just write that idea down on a slide, a piece of paper, or just think about it. All right, now let's take a look at Priscilla. Priscilla's on track here. Notice she has only one comment from the bacteria article, but that's okay. I'll probably have given you time today to get some of that caught up. So she has her comment here. Well, this is the comment she could put in the chat. Now she was supposed to have 5. So she can go and add those. And this is the slide there. But notice she also has her human microbiome. She has her title. So she is on track for an A if she keeps doing her work. I just like to give you guys examples. Now, if you do not have these up here, you're a little bit behind. All right, so now we have our information on bacteria. It's time to dive into the real deal, helping a doctor solve problems. So on our slideshow, you can go all the way to the bottom, and you'll see the end is coming, and you'll see some graphs. We're going to leave these down here until we're done, and then we'll move the important ones to the top, but we don't want to get confused. So if you come up here, scroll back up to the end of lesson 4, and this is kind of where it begins. Now, one of the things we want to do right now is, this is talking about our article, is we want to now use information we have learned to make a claim or a prediction about why somebody is sick. So we're actually going to diagnose a patient in a case study. So this is about annotations. You don't need to worry about that right now. We've covered all this. You've done your discussions. But now we want to come down into our key concepts is how does having 100 trillion microorganisms, most of these bacteria, how can that help the human body or keep us healthy, as it says here? So that's what we're looking at. It's something to do with these 100 trillion microorganisms, most of them bacteria, keeps our body healthy. So let's take a look here. Mara, the head scientist with the Microbiome Research Institute, has sent another message about a patient the Institute has studied. This patient was cured with a fecal, otherwise known as poop, transplant procedure. Read Maria's email on the next slide. So we're going to read this right now. If you're on your own, read it on your own. If you're in the group, we will read it together. I'll take some volunteers. All right, so here we go. Notice this last line. Please analyze the information collected about patient 23's gut microbiome. Gut is your stomach. To help us answer this question as we build our argument, and another word for argument is claim, against the senator. You can guess what we'll be doing. So let's come down here. For a case study, scientists collect data about one example over a period of time. Focusing on one case can help explain why similar things happen to other people. Information about the natural world is called data. Scientists collect and analyze data to help answer their questions. We'll analyze the data collected about patient 23's gut bacteria during the first few weeks of his case study. The data is displayed using pie charts. Let's learn how to read pie charts. Now, I've included a video link in our groups that if you are not in Zoom, you might want to watch that to help you with pie charts, because we're going to discuss them here in our Zoom class. So let's take a look, and we might watch the video here in class as well. So these pie charts show patient 23's gut bacteria over several weeks. Let's look carefully at the charts in the next few slides. So notice these charts will stay the same. You can figure a lot of this out just by looking at this chart. So let's go ahead and look at a couple, and then I'm going to put you back into breakout rooms, and you guys can discuss and find the differences. Go to the Introducing Patients 23 Case Studies page. This page shows a version of the pie charts that uses patterns. Now, this is if we were in class with a workbook, but we don't use workbooks even in class, so we'd never use it. But it just shows you that without colors, you can still do patterns to show. It's the same patterns as the colors, it's just without colors. Since we have the colors right here, you can just go back. It says annotate, saying take notes. I will explain how to do that in just a second. You're at home watching this video by yourself, work with your parent or on your own, and you're going to answer these two questions. If you're in class, I'm going to put you into a group right now, and you guys are going to look at the pie charts. One of you can share your screen and see if you can answer these questions. What is the same about the patient's gut microbiome data from week 1 to week 3? What is different about the patient's gut microbiome data from week 1 to week 3? And then when you are finished discussing, answer the questions about the patient on the next page. What's the next page? Okay, so the next page, we'll just go through these together. So in your group, when I send you in there, what are you going to do? You're going to look at these pie charts, and I want you to click through these slides. This slide 1, what do the labels help you understand? Talk about that. Why are there different colors? What do the different colors mean? How can this key help you to understand what is shown on each pie chart? And then notice the light blue section of both pie charts. You can use the key to tell that this color is for bacilli, including L. reuteri, and that's from in here. So you can tell what's there. So you're going to discuss those pie charts, and don't forget to also discuss what is the same about the patient's gut microbiome data from week 1 to 3, and what is different. So you want to see that what's the same and what's different between the two pie charts. And I want you to discuss each one of these questions. This will take about, let's give you 6 minutes to do this in your groups, and then we'll come back and wrap out the day. Okay, we covered a lot of information today. So baseline, tomorrow we'll be doing some deeper diving writing and predictions and talking about the cure. But right now, all I want you to do is create a top slide answering the question, what is the same about the gut microbiome? What is the difference about the gut microbiome? So as a matter of fact, you could take this slide if you wanted, and you could move it to the top to have help, or you can remember it to put this at the top slide. So I'm going to come up to the top. I'm going to add a new slide for Lena, because this is what everybody's going to do. And she's going to write, what is different and same about pie charts? And you're going to write 2 sentences. The difference is, you're going to write that. The same was, and you're going to write that. So you should know those answers based on this pie chart. And we did a lot of talking and a lot of learning today. So this is the only slide due today. Give you time to go catch up on these other slides, hopefully, that we did in the beginning of class. All right, hopefully you're in Zoom. A lot easier in Zoom, but if you take your time with this video, you should be able to follow and basically do everything we did except have discussions. So during those parts, you just think to yourself or discuss it with a parent. All right, let's do this. Have a great day, everybody.